Welcome to this lecture video. In this video, I am going to discuss about oscillations and waves and also about reddish shock tube, which comes under module 1 of engineering physics prescribed by VTU. So here I am going to discuss the following points, that is reddish shock tube, characteristics of reddish shock tube, and the law of conservation of mass, momentum and energy. So let us concentrate on reddish shock tube. Reddish shock tube is a hand operated shock tube capable of producing shock waves by using human energy. It consists of a long cylindrical tube with two sections separated by a diaphragm. Its one end is fitted with piston and the other end is closed or open to the surroundings. So this is what the construction of reddish shock tube. So reddish shock tube is a hand operated shock tube capable of producing shock waves by making use of human energy. So this is a schematic diagram of reddish shock tube. It is cylindrical in shape and divided into two sections. The first section is driver section and the second section is driven section, that is filled with the test gas. In driver section you can look at a piston fitted and the other end is totally closed, and the paper diaphragm is of about say 0.1 mm thick, and reddish shock tube is fitted with a digital pressure gas closer to the paper diaphragm and also two pressure sensors S1 and S2, that is fitted with the driven section as shown in the picture. Reddish tube consists of a cylindrical stainless steel of about 80 mm in diameter and of length nearly 1 meter, and it is divided into two parts of about say 50 centimeter each. One is driver tube and the other one is driven tube. The two are separated by 0.1 mm thick paper diaphragm. And the reddish tube is fitted with the far end of the driver section, whereas the far end of the driven section is closed. A digital pressure gauge is mounted in the driver section next to the diaphragm. The two piezoelectric sensors S1 and S2, which are mounted 70 mm apart. So this is what the design of reddish shock tube. A port is provided at the closed end of the driven section for filling the test gas. The driver section is filled with a gas called driver gas, which is held at relatively high pressure. Due to the compressing action of the piston, the driver gas, that is the gas in the driven section, is termed as driven gas. So here some of the explanation about reddish tube, that is fitted with a piston at one end, and digital pressure gauge is mounted in driver section next to the diaphragm, and two piezoelectric sensors S1 and S2 are mounted, which are of about say 70 mm apart, and the driver section is filled with a gas termed as driver gas, which is held at relatively high pressure due to compressing action of the piston. The gas driven section is termed as driven gas. Now let us look at the working. The driver gas is compressed by pushing the piston hard into driver tube until diaphragm ruptures. Then driver gas rushes into driven section and pushes driven gas towards the downstream end. This generates moving shock wave that travels along the length of driven section, that is the generated shock wave instantaneously raises the temperature and pressure of the driven gas. The propagating primary shock waves are reflected from the downstream end. After the reflection, the test gas undergoes further compression, which boosts the temperature and pressure to still higher values by reflected shock waves. Actual creation of shock waves depends on the property of driver and test gases and dimension of the shock tube. So the information about the velocity of shock waves and also the Mach number will be calculated by sending the signals to CRO, and hence we can able to calculate the rise in temperature and also rise in pressure, and the corresponding value of Mach number will be evaluated. So these were all the things that we can calculate by making use of Reddy shock tube. When we look at the characteristics of Reddy shock tube, Reddy tube operates on the principle of free piston driven shock tube. It is hand operated shock tube and it is capable of producing Mach number exceeding 1.5. The rupture pressure is a function of the thickness of the diaphragm, and temperature exceeding 900 K can be easily obtained by making use of Reddy tube. So these were all the characteristics of Reddy shock tube. Now let us look at a problem. In a Reddy shock tube, it was found that the time taken to travel between two sensors is 195 microseconds. If the distance between the two pressure sensors is 100 mm, find the Mach number. So here the given data is x is equal to 100 mm or 100 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter, and t is equal to 195 microsecond, and here the value of speed of sound, that is a, is not given. So here if we ask you to calculate m, so what to do, that's what we have to look at here. So first we have to calculate the speed of shock wave, that is Vs is equal to x by t, that is 100 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 195 into 10 to the power minus 6. So the speed of shock wave is given by 512.8 meter per second, and we know that Mach number is equal to speed of shock wave by speed of sound in the same media, that is 512.8 divided by A. So the value of A is not given, so keep as it is here. The next problem is the distance between two pressure sensors in a shock tube is 150 millimeter. The time taken by shock wave to travel this distance is 0.3 millisecond. With the velocity of sound under the same condition is 340 meter per second. Find the Mach number of the shock wave. So here the given data is x is equal to 150 mm, that is 150 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter, and t is equal to 0.3 millisecond, that is 0.3 into 10 to the power minus 3 seconds, and the value of a, that is the velocity of sound, is 340 meter per second. So we know that velocity v is equal to x by t and Mach number m is equal to v by a. So m is nothing but x by at. Substitute the value of x, a and t here, that is 150 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 340 into 0.3 into 10 to the power minus 3. On simplification, the value of m is equal to 1.471. Thank you.